unusual kind of skid here for the group before games. Like, how would you describe the mood, the atmosphere? What are you sensing?
Yeah, I think right now we're in a position where we're all trying to dig in and bring more out of ourselves and try to break this little slump and get playing some good hockey.
Craig had mentioned he feels like maybe confidence is missing a bit right now. When you're going through something like that in the middle of the season, how do you get it back, I guess?
I think it's a natural thing. I don't think that it's gone completely. I think it's just one of those times where you're trying to dig your way out, and we got to stick together here and kind of build ourselves back up and get playing some good hockey. So, I think we have all the belief in the world that our group's capable of doing that. But it's a good league. Everyone's out there competing, and so we're no different. We're doing our best, and we're going to look to get on the right track.
What did you take from the first period last night, Morgan, that you liked?
Yeah, I think that there was lots of good things. Even as the game went on, I thought we did some good things, but I thought they just were able to kind of play the three-quarter ice game against us, and so for us, we have to break out cleaner, get in on our forecheck, kind of establish that ozone time. I didn't think we had enough of that after the first period, and if we're able to do that, then we're in a good spot.
Well, you touched on it, just the idea of maybe this team having a little perspective when it comes to, yeah, it's been tough, and this guy's out of the lineup, but when you look at the standings, you realize just how close this thing still is to getting back to where you want.
For sure. No one's taken the situation lightly. But we're trying to keep everything in perspective, just the time of year and how close the standings are. But that being said, we're all eager to be here, put the work in, to dig our way out, and that's what we're trying to do. That's our main focus, and I think we have a decent understanding of how we're going to do that and what that's going to require. And so now it's up to us to go out and put in the work and to execute tomorrow night, and then we'll come back home. I think we got two home games before a long road trip. We're right in the fight right now, and it's not exactly the position you want to be in right now, but this is the challenge, and it's fun, and you want to dig your way out, and you want to stick together and rise to the challenge as an individual and as a team.
In this city, there's a magnifying glass put on the team when there's struggles. How do you block out, or how important is it to block out the outside noise?
Yeah, it's important. That plays no role with our group. We're in here in control of our own work ethic and our own execution, and that's it.
What's the key to better breakout? Yeah.
We're so used to you guys breaking out so cleanly. And
what's the key?
In the back of your head, like, what's going on?
I think there's been periods of time where we've done it okay. With the D, I think it starts with communication, and we have a plan. We have systems in place. Depending on where the puck is, we have plans to fall back on. So it's about executing, really. I think that's what it comes down to. And you can be in the right spots, you can communicate, you can do everything right, but if you don't execute, it's going to lead to some breakdowns. And I think, at times last night, I think that's what happened. We did a lot of things right, and then, you miss one play or you don't execute on a play that you need to make, and then you get hemmed in. And so, for us, I think the emphasis has to be on executing and just building our game.
You mentioned the word fun there when you're answering Ryan. How do you find the fun in
well,
a time like
it's it's not fun. I was, it's just a phrase, but this is the challenge. This is what, when you say you want to be an athlete, you want to, go through ups and downs, like, this is the challenge. You're in the fight, and, these games are important, and it's a challenge right now. It's a grind, but as an athlete, you got to kind of appreciate that and, be grateful that you're in a position where, we believe in ourselves, and, we're going to go out and work, and, no one's going to do it for you. You got to go out and do it. So, that's how we're looking at it.
What have you seen from Joe as he gets closer to getting some game action?
Yeah, it's been awesome having Joe back in the building. He seems great. He's playing well on the ice in practice, and so we're looking forward to having him around more often.
Do you do anything differently, like when the team's going through a skid like this, like as a member of the leadership group, or is it business kind of as usual?
I think everyone tries to step up. I think you want to be more vocal, you want to be more supportive, more positive, and right now, you're trying to get the most out of yourself in all facets of what you're doing.